So guys, welcome back to the channel. I remain your host Agu Joseph. In today's tutorial, we'll be looking at a newer way to resolve the neuro filter issue in Adobe Photoshop. Over a year ago on this platform, I came out to make a video on how to resolve that issue, and a lot of you all came out to the comment section testifying of how it worked for you, while some people have the opinion that it didn't work for them. But on this video, I'll be showing you a newer way to basically resolve that issue. So without further ado, let's get the cooking started. Over here, you notice that on my filter, the neuro filter is not active. Likewise, if I click on help, you notice that I'm not signed in into the Adobe Creative Cloud. For neuro filter to be active, first thing first, you need to sign in into your account. But before we dive into that, I would like you to take note that you have to check the video description of this video to basically download this file. Okay, the link to download this file will be there. We'll be using these resources, these particular tools to resolve this issue. So the first thing I'll have to do here is to sign in into my Adobe Creative Cloud. Okay, so I'll click over here on help and click on what? Sign in. So I'll wait for it to give me an interface where I can basically sign in. Okay, so here it is requesting of me to input my email address. So I'll click on this place and type in my email address. So if you are done typing, click on continue, wait for it to process, then you can input your password. So over here it is requesting of me to input my password. So I'll type in the password, and if I'm done, I'll click on continue. So just wait for it to basically process. Okay, so if you are done with that, click on help and be certain that it has actually signed in. And if you click on neuro filter, you notice that it has not been enabled. All we have to do is to close the Adobe Photoshop program and click on this X icon. Okay, so step 2 has to do with turning off our virus protection on our PC. So all I have to do is to hit window key, search for the word virus, okay, and click on virus and threat protection. Click on it, and when it actually comes up, you just scroll down to where you have this virus and threat protection settings. Click on manage settings, then you turn off the real-time protection, then click on yes, okay, to turn it off. That is in terms of that you close this. So the next thing I would like us to do is to basically use these resources. The link to this resource I'll be using to fix this error will be in the video description. Do well to check the video description as well. So first thing first, you have to download it and extract it using WinRAR or whatever tool. All you have to do is to come over here, open the extracted file, okay, and all you have to do is to open this folder, select all of this folder, select the first one, hold shift, select the last one, Ctrl C, or you just right click after selecting them, Ctrl C, or you right click and click on copy. If you have done with that, or if you are done with that, the next thing we have to do is to basically go to this particular file path. Okay, but before that, we have to expand this, okay, then come over to this particular file path, click on local disk, head over to users, click on users, and head over to the name of your PC. The name of my PC is called YJ Digital World, depending on the name you actually give your PC. Okay, so you double click on the name of your PC, it will bring you to an interface like this, and you have to select app data. But if your app data is not visible, just like mine on my screen here, all you have to do is to come to view here, click on view, and click on hidden item. So when you check this box, it will be visible. When it is like this, it will be hidden. So you unravel that by clicking on this. So open this, come over here, click on roaming, click on Adobe, scroll down to a particular folder called UXP, click on UXP, open this folder called plugin storage, open it. Then in most cases, some people might open their own, they might just find a single folder with a particular number. Okay, so take note of that. But in mine, I'm having these two options, which is this. I'll be selecting this PHXP. So I'll open this and select this particular one here, to be precise, called 22. Yours might have varieties like this, but in most cases I want to use the folder that actually have the least number based on what the edition of Photoshop you have on your PC. Okay, so currently I have Adobe Photoshop 23 on my PC, so you can actually try it on 23 or any version of Photoshop you have. but in most cases just use the folder with the list number here to basically do that. So you can just come here, open this folder, and just paste in the file we copied from that particular file path. Okay, so paste it in here, wait for it to actually load. I have to speed up this process. So you can see that the file has almost copied, is almost done copying. Okay, so if you are done copying this file to this particular file path, the next thing I have to do is to go back to that particular folder you downloaded from my video description. Okay, so I'll head over to where I have it on my PC, which is under downloads, and this is it. So I'll open it. Okay, we are done working with this. The next thing we have to work on has to do with this particular WinTrust. So I'll right click on it, run it as an administrator. Okay, run it as an admin, click on yes, and this prompt basically comes up. You say, are you sure you want to activate the WinTrust method, crack blah blah blah? So you just click on Y. Y basically enables you to install it. So you press Y on the keyboard. After that, you say operation completed successful. The next thing is that change requires enabling WinTrust, that you need to do what? To restart your PC. So if you want to restart your PC, you can simply press Y. But for this tutorial purpose, I just need to press no, which is N. Okay, so for you to restart your PC, just press Y. So I'll be using no for this. Okay, so if I'm done, I'll close this and I'll want to run the Adobe Photoshop. So I'll click on the Adobe program and wait for it to actually load. Okay, you can now see we are currently on the home page of the Adobe program, and over here you can see that if I click on help, you can see that my account is currently signed in, and you can see these online features of the account do. Okay, so all I have to do here is to open an image. Okay, I'll be using this IShowSpeed image for tutorial purpose. Ctrl J to make just a duplicate, and I'll head over to filter, and you can see that we have the narrow filter here. Click on narrow filter, wait for it to basically process, and let's see the various narrow filter we have. Okay, so over here we have different filters: skin, smoothing, smart, portraits, makeup. Okay, so you can just select any one and click on the download button and wait for it to download. So if you take a look at this, whenever I click on the download button, it is not downloading. Okay, so I will advise you to basically restart your system, and after you are done restarting your system, all you have to do is to press the window key and search for the word virus again, and make sure that virus and threat protection is turned off. Okay, so you scroll down to virus and threat protection settings, click on manage and turn off the real-time protection. Click on yes, that is in terms of that, then close it. Let's give it a try and see if it's going to actually work. Okay, so I'll click on download. It's still not working, so okay, let me cancel and close the image and restart the Adobe program again from scratch. So I'll close this, refresh my system. Okay, press Ctrl Shift Escape on the keyboard, come to processes, and make sure the Photoshop is not running. Okay, I can see that it is not running, so I'll turn this off and go back to this, enable the Photoshop and wait for it to load again. So I think the Photoshop is up. Okay, it's still loading. So next thing I want to do here is to basically open the image of IShowSpeed. So I'll just click on it. Okay, it has opened. Make a duplicate by hitting Ctrl J. After that, head over to filter and narrow filter. Okay, so make sure you're still connected to the internet though. Make sure you're still connected to the internet notwithstanding. Okay, so okay, this is selected already, and click on download. Let me see if it's going to download. Okay, it's currently downloading. Okay, it's currently downloading, you can see it. So you have to refresh your system, restart your system. When you turn it on, you go back to pressing the window key and typing the virus protection, turn it off, close the application, close the application, use Ctrl Shift Escape and make sure that it is still not running on the background. So you close it with that particular option, then you reopen it, still make sure you are still connected to the internet, come to the filter and apply the same technique. So you can apply whatever you want to apply to the image. Okay, the smoothness, if you want to reduce it, you want to increase it, you can basically see the effect on the face of ISO speed. Okay, so that is in terms of that. If you are done, you can click on OK. So you can apply the same technique across every other filter you have over there. So ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this. If you do give value, do well to like this video, leave a like on this video, do well to smash the subscribe button to actually get notification whenever I upload new content like this. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for the love and the support. And for those of you still having issues in terms of Adobe not allowing you to use your Adobe software due to this particular issue on my screen at this particular moment, check my video description. You'll find a link to a video on how to resolve that particular issue. As usual, I'll see you in the next.